Welcome, welcome, welcome to Angels Don't Lie. I'm your host, Jeannie Street. I have some really beautiful guests tonight that are going to share their departed loved ones and their angel messages with you tonight. I have invited women, all women, which I think is really beautiful. And I think this is going to be a fun night. So emotional. I know we all need a little hug. We all need some support. So I hope this serves you. All right, let's get going.
When she smiles at you, she'll say, angels don't lie. Angels don't
lie. So let's just take a moment to take a deep breath and welcome. I'm going to ask you just to unmute and just say your name. Let them know who you are, because I don't know all of you. I know two of you. So I'd love you to introduce yourself. Let's start with Janine.
Hi, my name is Janine Chaika, and I live here in New Milford.
Thank you, Janine.
My name's Lee Kuhn, and I live in Windsor.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And Dawn, you just have to unmute too.
Hi, my name is Dawn Yablonsky. I live in Woolkit.
Nice to meet you, Dawn.
Nice to meet you too.
Have you guys had a reading done before?
No.
Yes, I have.
Lee has. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. I know Janine has because we've played before. We've had some lovely experiences. And like I said, you had come to the event on Saturday.
Sure, yeah. I've known Jeannie for quite a number of years, and actually, when she wrote her first book, she had some nice classes. I went for a couple of readings with her, and I watch her videos. I've been actually on the calls here and there, but I felt something pull me to come to this evening with Spirit. I didn't know why. I'm very intuitive, and I kind of converse with my spirits and my loved ones, so I really don't feel I needed that, but I was being pulled to go on Saturday night, so I did go, and it was quite an interesting experience. Because I've gone through a huge transformation over the last 3 years in my healing and just finding me after a very toxic relationship, and this year especially, I'm really connecting with my intuitive self, and just doing a lot of self-care, and just felt really pulled to go to Jeannie's evening, but I didn't sign up until that day, because sometimes you think it's for you, but then it wouldn't go away. So I always learned that's your intuitive self telling you need to do it. And I've been trusting in that and letting go of the control. And it was wonderful to listen to everybody that was getting readings. And I didn't get a reading or guidance, but at the end, Jeannie went around with a feather and gave each person with a message. And my message was, you are valued, you are loved and valued. And I instantly started crying. Just tears were just flowing. It was just what my soul really needed to hear. Just recently, just struggling with feeling valued and appreciated by those in my life, my job. So, I shared that with Jeannie afterwards, because I didn't know why I know that there's a pathway and an invitation somewhere going down my path. So I'm really excited to see where it takes me.
So I love this so much, one, because one of the things I love to do at a group reading is, it's a healing event for me. It's not just about the connections to our departed loved ones. It really is, because I am a healer, it's going around what's going on in your life. And that's what the angels always circle me around when I'm doing a reading. So that's why I say that's my specialty. So when we do this reading, you cannot possibly read everybody in the room, but I wanted everybody to have that holy experience. And that's where the angels guided me to do that ceremony at the end, where they would deliver what that person needed. And that was the perfect words. Like, we had that conversation afterwards, and you were like, it just filled me, and I don't even know why. And you kind of said, my grandmother, I know she's with me, and although I would like to hear from her, like, I didn't need it. What I needed to know was like that, like, I'm appreciated. And that's what kind of got me going on, wow, this is such a beautiful topic. And we all need to receive. We need to be reminded just how valuable we really are. And so I texted Janine the next morning. I'm like, like, we have to go further. Would you be willing to come on the podcast with me? And of course, we had a little bit of back and forth just to discuss what that would be like. And I thought, gosh, this is so beautiful to have an experience, a holy experience, and to know what it looked like. And then we went further in that conversation. Of course, we were talking about like connections and those synchronistic events, and how one person can lean into love, and then that's a ripple effect. It's just a ripple. Like, I think I was introduced to you through Casey Johansson. And I think that's how we crossed paths. And then, so that ripple effect, like there was an introduction, and then you and I got to know each other. And then a little bit later, a couple of years down the road, like I said, I introduced you to Jackie, who does tapping, and she was doing this free class. And you had messaged me and said how that just was the perfect thing, perfect timing. And one after the other, there's these beautiful events. And sometimes we miss that God is really doing that for us, that there is this love available, that these just always showing up in the way. So if we pause for a minute, we can see that it's miraculous, right? We can see there are these holy experiences. We might discount them. We might not even take the time to kind of absorb what that really means. So anyways, I thought, let's do these readings and let's hang out. And Janine, thank you so much for sharing that. I know you have this connection and you feel your departed loved ones with you. Of course, like your grandmother is like standing right by you. I get all this stuff in the back of my throat and my mouth. Like I'm really like have dry mouth and it's hard to swallow. So it lets me know that that's where she was towards the end of life.
Yes, she actually lost her life very tragically.
So she's just going like that, and I can't breathe. And then I have like this absence of breath. Like I feel like it was immediate. That's how I feel. I get like a little blood taste.
She was actually murdered.
Oh, wow. So like she said, blood taste and then gone. So was this domestic violence for her?
Yes.
Because I'm like getting, this is the generational wound, which it's interesting because just knowing your story and what happened in your life, they're showing me this lineage that was passed down, but where you have changed the direction. All of the work that you're doing is so important going forward. Like you're putting an ending to something that was there for a long, long time. She's like, thank you.
Thing was alcohol. Actually, I have quit drinking 18 months ago. And I know that I have broken double sides of family generations of alcoholism.
That and the domestic violence, like you stepping into your superpower, you using your voice and only allowing love, and knowing that you're valued, knowing that you don't have to be in that situation. They're also saying, like your grandmother showing me, like, of course, there's like this loss of voice, which lets me know like there's some enabling, there's things that happen because it's what you're used to. It's what was passed down, and you are really showing up in a new way and owning your feelings. And I feel like that people pleasing, enabling type of energy is getting less and less for you. And it feels like you are just coming really into center, like really beautifully. For your grandmother, like, I don't know if it was a head wound, but I'm definitely like, I feel like there's some confusion. I feel dizzy. And it's not really like the important part, I think, of her message, but she gives me that. It's just another confirmation of who she is. But she's saying, I did not have the voice. I didn't have the confidence that Janine has. I didn't have that in my life. Her story was, much different, much more darker, she says, more entangled. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Who has the motorcycle?
Motorcycle.
Yeah, she's talking all around the motorcycle.
I don't know anybody with a motorcycle.
That's okay. We're going to stay around that because maybe it's for somebody else on here. But I keep seeing the motorcycle. Go ahead.
This is Lee. We have a motorcycle.
You have a motorcycle. Is your husband is the rider?
Yes.
Okay. And he's Advent. Does he wear the leather jacket?
Sometimes.
And he has the father on the other side.
Oh,
You understand that?
yes.
So he's stepping forward to, he's like kind of cheery, like he's kind of funny. He's like, hello. He's kind of
Yep.
leaning in. And he's got this big old smile and like just, I feel like a big old heart too. Like that's just how he feels to me. And how he's showing up. But he's like, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just wanted to step in and say hello.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah. He's like, not what you expected, but he's kind of a jokester.
Yeah. So I'm told.
Yes. Okay. So you didn't meet him.
No.
I love that he's stepping forward and he's bringing this forward, and he's bringing the motorcycle. He's also bringing this really sense of companionship that you have with your husband. Like I get friend, I get really, really great relationship.
Yes.
So he's like honoring that. Not that he's like, not that it's perfect, but yeah, but like it just the way he's showing it, it's like there's just a compassion for both of you,
Yes.
which is quite beautiful, right?
It really is.
Yeah. He's like, I did not mean to knock your grandmother out of the way. That wasn't my intention. But like coming in, like he just really wanted you to be able to tell your husband that he's good and he's still around him. And I know there's some disappointment in, I think, the way he fathered, but he's just really been trying to show up throughout the years as best he could, better than he could while he was here.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Dawn, how are you this evening, love?
I'm doing very well.
Good. I know your daughter.
Yeah.
Yes, she is one lovely soul.
Thank you.
Yep. So knowing her, then I know that you are a lovely soul.
Oh, thank you.
So around you, I just get all the angels coming in forward. Like I get like some medical stuff. I get some, I want to say like a lot of energy, and excuse me if this is the wrong word, but I get like drama. I get like intense, like you get very intense with things in your life and over analytical. Do you understand that?
Oh, yes.
And so I feel like that's really tying up your energy. It's really causing more havoc for you inside. And then it leads to you feeling like, I want to say like not accepted, not heard. A little bit, and a little bit what Janine was saying, like maybe not feeling as valued as you really are. So
That's true.
I think that message that Janine received is really for all of us. It's a reminder that you really are valued, and we discount these little things here and there because it's human nature. We're so busy, and then we get tied up in our stuff that we don't necessarily see the joy. And they're talking all about like you having a gratitude journal, going back and finding joy in the smallest little details of life. And you're a detail oriented person. Do you understand that?
Oh, yes, I am.
Yeah.
Sure.
All the details, all the details. So I just feel like it'll just soothe that kind of stomach stuff that you have going on. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Right. You have a girlfriend on the other side. Do you understand that?
Not sure.
So she shows up as a woman, but she's telling me she's a girlfriend. And she's telling me that she passed like during college. Do you understand that?
I don't know anybody. No.
So I'm going to stay around there and see, because I felt like it was for you, and I don't know why. See, sometimes because we're on social media and we're streaming, souls will just step in, and I'm like, wait, do you belong here? Are you part of this group? You know, to making sure like where she belongs. So I do feel like she does belong. I don't think she belongs to you. I think she more belongs with Doreen.
I had a friend, I mean, she was much older than us, but she did pass. It was college age, but not.
Yeah, and she had an illness.
Yes.
because she's talking about the illness, and she's talking about like, I don't know why she's showing me, we're leading from stomach stuff. So she's leading into this twisted intestine feeling I have. And I'm like, oh, all right, and I don't think that's her illness, but she's showing me like this twisted feeling in her body, which, if I can try to, like, when they give me signs like that, it's like, okay, what does that mean? Like, how am I going to interpret it and put that out? Like, not being able, like, I just feel like gut wrenching, like not being able to go forward, not being able to do much. That's the feeling I get. I also get like this non-ability to really talk her truth, but she's like, but I talked a lot.
Yes.
But I could talk a lot, and nothing I said was really connected to anything. She's saying that she's really trying to be there for you. She really is being there for you because you've really been struggling, and she's on the team on the other side of like super support and love, like cheerleader type. She's like, this is what we get to do on the other side. We can be the cheerleader and really support other people. And that's what she's doing for you. Those are the things I feel like you gave, and you didn't even know who you really were. You didn't know how much love you gave. And this is her way of like, just really honoring all of that love that you shared.
That's nice.
Yeah. So, it's obviously, it's not just her. There are other people that are on that team. And then you have your family members, and then you have your angels. She's like, it's really a lot here. Like, it's a lot. We all are here for you. So I feel like that isolation and loneliness that you have been feeling is a fear. Like, if you could let down your guard and just be like, thank you for this immense amount of love. I don't even know where it's coming from, but let it come like into your heart and like move you forward. I feel like that would be so lovely. You do have a father figure that steps forward. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I get a lot of gruffiness in my voice. It's like, I don't know if that's how his talking was.
He was a smoker.
Okay. So I get that gruffiness, and I'm also getting like, not really shaven clean. Like there's like prickly.
Yep. That's my dad.
Okay. He's also like very serious, kind of like, matter of fact, to the point. Like that's kind of how he's coming in his personality.
Yes.
There's some entanglement also in his speech. So I don't know if he just couldn't talk at the end, but I get some slurriness.
Yep.
So also that connects me to the heart center, like definitely heart problems, a lot of stuff going on in that area. So he also is showing some, like, there's not one thing. He's like hilarious. And then look at my feet. He's like, look at my legs. And my legs are all swollen. Like, so I'm getting that feeling of like, maybe he had diabetes, like this, the circulation thing going on. Now he's clear. He's like, now I'm clean. Now I'm like healthy. I'm fit. And he's like, and I feel really, just so happy to be watching over my family in this way, especially because that wasn't something he could do in life.
Very true.
He talks about abandoning. He says abandoning, he's taking that all on. He's like, I dropped the ball. I let everybody down, and I really caused a lot of pain and suffering. And there's a ripple effect of that energy. So interestingly, when we were just talking about a positive ripple, there's a negative ripple as well. And Janine is coming out of her negative ripple in her family and bringing it into a positive. She's got a great role. And you're doing the same thing in a different way. Like, this negative doesn't have to exist anymore. It's our choice. So, and that kind of brings me back over to you, Dawn, like of this choice of like really standing in your superpower love, of really standing in, I am choosing to be this earth angel. I am choosing to be loved. I'm choosing the highest amount of feelings that I can. I don't know what feeling feels the best to you, but they're like, that feeling is what they want for you.
Okay.
You also have a motherly figure that stands around you. Although I feel like she's removed from the family, I feel like she mothered you. I don't know if this was like a grandmother figure, or somebody that was like a friend who you called aunt. She just has this tender love for you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So she's standing all around you and she's like got her hand on your back and she's like soothing you. She's like, and when you're really sad, I'm right there. And I'm just pouring all this love into you so you know you are not alone. She said that's where your wound is, like feeling so lonely. Even though you have people around you, you can feel so lonely. So she wants you to know that she's right there and she's just, carrying all that love with you.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Doreen, I know you have a lot of stuff around health in your family and a lot of like, am I doing the right thing? Am I making those right decisions? And I think this is true for all of you on tonight, in some way, shape, or form. Like you all have that. And your guides and your angels are coming through like loud and clear on your departed loved ones. Like, you can't get it wrong. Like insert love and that's your decision. Like Lee, coming from this place of like, I get like you go into your brain and then you so focus on the logical, like planning and planning and planning. And they're like, they really want you to go with ease and like go with what it feels like in your body instead of what your head is telling you. Like they're saying like, she's so intuitive. You're so intuitive and you have a beautiful gift and a beautiful voice. Do you sing?
I used to sing.
Beautiful voice. Like that's what they're showing. Like use that voice. Do it for you.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
it does.
I love that for you. I feel like it'd be such a gentleness. And you had someone just cross over not too long ago, they're saying.
What do you consider not too long ago?
Within a year is usually when they come through. They're just saying a more recent departure.
An uncle?
Okay. And it wasn't due to COVID, but it was during COVID.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what it's feeling. And this is on your mom's side?
No, actually, this is my husband's, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. You think it was somebody from my mom's side?
Yeah. So we're talking about your mom's side of the family right now, because I feel like that's who's coming through on the other side. All of this maternal energy.
I have to think about that.
That's okay. So your husband's uncles who passed away.
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about your mom then, because we're on
Okay.
I just want to know what's going on with your mom. Is she still here?
No, my mom has passed.
Okay. Was there some separation for you guys in your relationship?
My mom?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Because I'm all around the mom, but I'm asking her to step forward and she's not stepping forward. So usually when they don't step forward right away, I know there's some sort of distance. And that can be distance in when she passed and where you lived, or distance literally like in how you got along. So that's where it's coming through. Like she's not coming forward all the way yet, where your father-in-law was right there, you're standing over your shoulder and I could literally connect with him, and your mom is just a little bit further behind, but she's coming forward. She's having a little bit of a hard time walking. That's what she's showing me right now. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So she's kind of doing this little shuffle. She's like, I'm here, I'm coming. That's how she's showing up, just to let me know who she was in life. She doesn't have those ailments now, but that's her energy from here. Makes sense?
Yes.
I think this is hilarious, is how she's coming in, because people had to wait for her. And that's, do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
So that's why she showed me that. I'm like, where are you? Come on. You said mom. So let's do it. So she is definitely adoring you. She's like leaning in, she kisses your cheek. I just feel again, like that's who she was in life. And I just feel like friends. I feel like your mom and you had such a great relationship. She counted on, she's like, I counted on my daughter. I counted on her, and she was there and she took care of me. And I felt bad about it, but I had no other choice. She had to care for me. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So she's really grateful. Her heart's, so overwhelmed with joy for all the love that she did receive in life. She's talking about the moving.
Okay.
Making me feel like I don't know if she moved a lot when she was young, but moving, constant moving.
Yes.
So she's glad to be settled, she says. Good to be settled, good to be quiet. I feel like your mom really is around you all the time and you feel her and hear her. She's like the shuffling, the sounds, the bumping into things, you hear her.
I do. I hear
Yeah.
sounds.
It's her giving you that confirmation that you know it. So just hold that.
Nice.
Yeah. What is going on in your life that is changing? Because she's talking about the changing.
Well, we sold our camper. My husband sold his apartment building, which is
Okay.
huge. Getting our ducks in a row for retiring.
Okay. Really beautiful. I love this because she's also like, and these women here, all of them have big changes. She's talking about Janine is changing and she's stepping into a business and she's saying, oh, she's going to be so brilliant and people are just going to come to you and flock to you. She's like talking you up. I like this, hilarious. And she's like, Doreen, and you're just a healer and you're just feeling all the emotions, but you're so smart and so wise and you guide people. So she's leaning, your mom's giving everybody the advice right now. She's just taking over the reading. And she's like, and that Dawn, she's an earth angel. She is. She just needs to know how lovely she is. She just needs to be reminded. So that's your mom taking over the reading. And I love it. Thank you.
It's great.
I'm going to open up for questions to the people that are here so they can just go a little deeper or ask questions around what came through for them.
I guess I don't know how to start.
Yeah, well, it's a lot to take in a minute, right? We did it quickly, you know, it's 30 minutes in and boom, we did 4 readings. So take a minute to think, like, we all do this for a reason. So I'm sure there was something that came to you that you felt like, I need to come on tonight, right? When a mutual friend of ours reached out and said, would you be interested? And so let's talk about what that was for you, that spark that was like, okay, yes, I need to do that.
I think things felt, there was a lot of things going on. And sometimes you forget the angels that you have around you.
Mm-hmm.
And this feels good.
Oh,
and I
excellent.
needed that feeling today. So it was very interesting that somebody reached out to me today and said, are you available? Would you like to do this today?
It's all about that feeling. Janine, beautiful. Doreen, I know you're so emotional.
I know. So for me, the fact that my father came forward, his last week or 2 of his life, he was on hospice. And I met with hospice yesterday for my mom. And I'm waiting to hear if they've accepted her. Either way, she's going back to her apartment. So just, you know, it's sort of nice that he came, you know, my mom and dad, even though they were divorced, my mom loved him. She was there with him the last day that he spoke. And if he could have gotten up and given her a hug and a kiss, he would have. It was beautiful. And so it's very meaningful that he came forward. I didn't always have a very good relationship with him. He had 8 children with 3 different moms. And the good news is most of us are friends. And so, you know, they're a huge support for me. And
so when he was talking, like, I knew that he wanted to go around your mom, but I wasn't feeling like that was the moment. So let's just do that. Let's see what he says. Like, I feel like, you know, again, like whenever I see someone with concern, they put a hand over that person's head. And I know there's big concern. You know, your mom struggles and she has a lot of fear around death. But then again, she has a knowledge, like your mom's very logical. So she thinks she knows, he says, and this is always what gets her in trouble. She thinks she knows. But he's like, it really is around the faith and that deep faith. And, I think that's what she's having, those twinges. I also feel like she has stepped a little bit on the other side. So when I see people, like, they'll have kind of interesting experiences where they might talk about a departed loved one, or they might seem like really out of it. And that's how he makes me feel, like he's been able to see your mom, and she's had those holy experiences. It's part of her purification process, the way she's leaving.
Mhm.
But he's like, just speak what you need to speak. Like,
Mm.
she can hear you, she can converse with you, she is all there, and it. Like, you need to say what you need to say.
Yeah, she's very angry at me.
Yes, but he said that's
And
what you need to speak it.
yeah, I try, but it's been really hard.
Mm.
So I get about 2 minutes with her, and then she just goes off.
So
But
try
I'm
a
the
new-
one making all the decisions. So
yeah, so try a circle approach. Reframe your sentences to, kind of throw her off a little bit, because she's so used to reaction. Your mom is a very big reactor, he says.
mhm.
He's smiling now, he's kind of laughing. You know, she's used to that, so that's how she's going to be. So soften the voice, or have somebody else speak it, and it'll come across in a different way. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not doing anything wrong, over and over and over again.
Yeah. Well, that's what everybody keeps saying. So thanks.
That's the hard thing, right?
Yeah, it is. The one thing that my mom was really concerned about was my relationship with my brother. And, for the first time in my life, he said he loved me.
Aw.
And we're in such a good place. And my brother and sister have been wonderful and supporting me and helping me make decisions. And so
Well,
thank you, Jeannie.
I'm sure that not only I will, but I know everybody listening and here tonight will pray for you. We'll pray for
Thank
your
you.
mom as well. You're
Thank you.
welcome. So ladies, hold on one second. I'm just going to let this caller in and see, and then we'll come back to our questions. Hi, this is Jeannie. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Jeannie, this is Shanda. How are you?
Hi, Shanda. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Yes. What's happening, lovey?
I was wondering if I have loved ones coming forward.
Sure. Can you just ask me one question tonight? Then I can connect you.
I would like to connect with my sister.
She's always the first that shows up for you anyway, Shanda. She shows up like loud and clear. She's like the director anyway. She's like, I'm the cruise director of bringing all of the loved ones forward for you. She's talking about that you have been feeling a little bit better. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Has it been something changed in your health, because it feels like new energy she's talking about?
Yes, ma'am.
What does that mean? Is there a new medication? Is that what she's showing me?
Yes, ma'am.
Beautiful. So the little bit, like, she's like, it's a little bit of a breakthrough.
Yes, ma'am.
Talking about like the need for you to keep moving. She said it's so important for you to exercise and to, I don't know if it's physical therapy or, walking with, I just feel like the need for you to exercise. Do you understand that as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Saying you have to move your body. You have to move every day. You have to find movement. And that's the most important thing for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Shonda. I hope this really serves you tonight. Thank you, sweetie.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye. Does anybody else have a question? Dawn, go ahead.
I know I'm an earth angel because I take care of people in an assisted living that have Alzheimer's disease and stuff like that, and end of life. And I try to help as many people as I can. So I think that's a big I want to be able to do more. So I'm at a crossroads right now with a career as to if I want to continue doing what I'm doing, which I love. I've been doing it for years, but I feel like I need more and I don't know where to go. And I sometimes feel like my angels aren't helping me. And I'm going to cry because I've been asking them to help me to put me on the right path. And I haven't received a response yet. I haven't felt any kind of guidance, I guess I could say.
And you are here tonight.
Right.
So isn't that the guidance? Isn't that the miracle?
Yes.
And so when we are holding tight in our energy, meaning we're waiting and we have we have a deadline, it is harder for us to receive the gentleness, which is that divine holy guidance. When we are worried or in fear or feeling, what's the word, Janine, that you used? Like we're not appreciated. That blocks us. That blocks our receiving ability. When things seem like they're piling up after another, like these big life events, and like it's never going to get better. Again, that blocks our receiving ability. So how do we start to soften our energy so that we can feel or connect with our angels? First, God says, I gave you your senses. It is through your sense that you will sense God. It is through your senses. So you can hear him, you can see him, you can, feel him. All of these amazing experiences can happen. The same goes for our angels, for Jesus, for the Holy Mother. We can have holy experiences through our senses, but we tend to deny them. We tend to push them away because we're like, I'm making that up, or that doesn't feel right. So the first step would be maybe to do some meditation and yoga. I really love yoga for opening up our senses, for dropping inward in our body. Because when we're waiting for the signs on the outside, we're entangled in energy. It's going to come from inward first. So it's the same thing when I'm connecting to your departed loved ones. And at times I have to correct myself because I might look outward for your departed loved one and I won't get the message. It was similar like when I kept hearing mom, 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 and I was looking for her. And then I came inward and that's when I saw her shuffling, and that's when she was coming into picture. It's just habit. We want to see outward. We think that's the true vision, but it's seeing inward. So once we learn how to drop inward, well, that's where your miracles are going to happen. You just have to soften yourself. And of course, when your gut is in a disarray, the way yours is, that's another stopping point, right? Because you're not really feeling your most high vibrational. I would highly recommend, Dawn, a energy clearing diet, and just moving into that soft ease with the exercise and a daily meditation. They're saying like you have to do it daily.
Okay.
And I know your daughter can provide that for you, but sometimes our loved ones, it's too close. So look to someone that's in her studio, or reach out to me. Like there's someone else that can support you in a different voice, so that way it's not the same
Right.
dynamic.
I have tried meditation, and I've told Stephanie this before. It's so hard for me to focus because I have so much going on in my life right now that I just can't focus.
And so that is the telltale sign. That is the most important thing that you need to do. That what happens is we start having resistance to the things that are going to serve us, and we put labels on them like I'm too busy or there's too much going on. All it takes is honestly is a 10 minutes in the morning to plug yourself in. And this is what I tell people that come into my Angel Healer program. And I teach right off the bat, like we're like, okay, before you get out of bed, you're going to take a deep inhalation. You're going to surround yourself with that beautiful God's white light. And you're going to ask him for guidance and protection throughout your day. And you're going to say, only that which is of God can come to me. You're going to make that statement before you put your 2 feet on the ground. Once you put your feet on the ground, you're going to stand in your place here on earth, and you're going to just take that deep inhalation, holding your breath in before pausing and doing a slow, slow, slow exhale. The key here is inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, but going as slow as possible. That lengthy, slow exhale, that's the meditation. That's it. That gets you out of your head, gets you into your body. All of a sudden you start to feel, oh, wow, look at my arms. Oh, wow, look at this energy. You notice. Of course, there's tons of guided meditations out there, and there's tons of different systems. Breath is a meditation. Prayer and union with God is the meditation. Not fancy.
All right.
You do that and you go to bed like that, and you just thank you for the day. Thank you for all of these experiences. Thank you for, you know, the non-connection with my angels that I didn't feel. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You start having appreciation, even if you're not fully there yet. Like, keep saying it over and over and again till you believe it. And that's also what's going to open the door for that new and for that guidance of like, all right, here's your next right step. Like, you're feeling it right now. They're letting you know this isn't serving you anymore. That's why it's just uncomfortable. But that next right step can't present itself until you align to that energy.
Okay.
Go. Yes.
I want to just share, because my journey's been 3 years. I mean, and not everybody can take that time or have the focus. Journaling has been really, really great for me. And it's amazing. I have 3 notebooks, actually like this size. Like, I have 3 of these that I'm on my 3rd one. And I went back today. My first entry is actually with Jeannie when we did the Goddess You. I mean, and it started from there, the ego versus the love voices. And I write and I write and I write, and I just write whatever comes to me. And it's a prayer. I think God gives us what we're comfortable with, because I've gone through a lot of different feelings to get where I am today. Like, I just feel so on top of the world. And if you would have talked to me a year ago, I was not in this place. I wasn't in this place a few months ago. And I feel like now, like, I've done all this work. Self-care is so, so important, because you know what? We got to love ourselves first. And I know I gave to everybody. I give to everybody. I give to everybody. And then my world just blew up. And I took the last 3 years, I prayed every single morning. I light a candle. I'm brought up Catholic, but I'm spiritual. I speak to my guides. I speak to God. I speak to the universe, whatever you're comfortable with. Because I think that we all have a different way to pray and to hear and feel. But once I started feeling with my gut and listening to those little messages, because I thought, like just exactly last Saturday, I knew I was supposed to go, but why? I had no reason, but there was a reason. It's for tonight. It's for where my path is leading me. And I have let go of control, because I'm a single mom. I've been divorced for 12 years. I have 3 kids. That's the only thing I had control of, but actually I don't have control of anything. So I've given it up to God and just said, I jumped out of a plane in May. I went skydiving. I am afraid of heights. And it was the most incredible experience I've ever had. It was a true leap of faith. And it was just, it made my life, my soul alive. And so, just trust in what you're feeling. We all have 5 minutes. And it just starts with 5 minutes. Because you know what? You deserve it. You deserve to love yourself, because you're important. You guys give. It sounds like you all give in your life to other people. And I think you need to give to yourself, because you need to love yourself, because you deserve it.
I love that. Thank you, Janine. And I what happens when we decide, when we make a conscious decision to shift our focus, we make an intention, and our intention is, I need to do this. Anything that you do, you make an intention, right? You're like, okay, well, I'm just going to go exercise because I want to lose weight, or I'm going to make an intention to, make up with my brother in some way, shape, or form. we set these intentions and we make kind of goals for ourselves. And when we fail, and meaning we don't stay in alignment with it, we feel like, all right, I didn't do it. And so we put it to the back burner, and then we start to self-talk in a negative way. We go down the spiral instead of coming back to, wait, I get to choose again. I get to choose again. And I love that. And Gabby Bernstein talks about this in her book, The Choose Again Method. When we choose again, we are reaffirming to God, like, I am worthy of this. I am love. I am ready. And when we put that time and effort in, that's when things start changing. We can talk about manifesting. We can talk about, bringing in what we want in our lives, but we can't get there. We shouldn't even go there until we have this love filling us, until we realize that we are the center of the universe. We are everything in God's eyes. And when we come to that, not in an egotistical way, but when in a love way, the ripple effect of love that we do when we step out into the world just starts to touch people even healthier and even more lovely. So I thank you all for sharing your life and sharing your story. I know everyone watching on Facebook really appreciates it. And this podcast, I know, is going to be really valuable for people to lean into, to say, like, what is possible for me? What is possible for me? So what are next right steps, right? Those waiting for our angels, waiting for our guides, waiting for that answer. Pause, come inward, look what happens, look in your day-to-day life and just be amazed at it. And know that God is leading you, and it might not be in the direction you think it is, but so cool. That just think about that story we told in the very beginning about Janine and like her way and her path of finding all of these great people, these women who are supporting her and helping her to grow and evolve. Like, that's available for every single one of us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And anybody have any last comments before we say goodnight? Oh, you feel good? Beautiful. All right, guys, you know what I know, because angels don't lie. Thank you so much for joining. God bless you guys.
Thank you, Jeannie.
Thank you.
When
a
she
great night.
smiles at you, she'll say,